All right, welcome back. Katrina Even is joining us from the Wildcat Extension District here with a special Tuesday cooking segment. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, what are we going to be making today?
Today we're going to make a quinoa vegetable salad, and it's an affordable, pretty easy meal or side dish. It can be an entree or a side, which is kind of nice. It's very versatile. It incorporates a lot of summery foods, especially those vegetables that we see, but can kind of be adapted to any time of the year.
Okay, and we have quite a few ingredients, and every single one of those looks healthy to me.
They really are, for the most part. So we're going to start out with some quinoa, and I actually already pre-cooked our quinoa just because otherwise we probably wouldn't have enough time to get through everything, but this is just kind of what it looks like when it's before it's cooked, but I already cooked it up here. And so quinoa is pretty easy to make. You do 2 parts liquid to 1 part of the actual quinoa. And so if our half cup here, we would just put it in a cup of water, and you just cook it until the water is all gone.
I've never tried it, but I've always wondered, can you cook quinoa like you can rice in a rice cooker?
You can, yeah, absolutely. And so the time you would adjust about the same, and I don't know exactly what that looks like, but a lot of times on the package it might tell you.
All right, perfect.
So this really took me maybe 10 minutes tops to make. It was pretty quick and easy.
So how, and that's just,
so dump it all in, yep. So this is going to be, it's going to double in size. So keep that in mind when you're making your quinoa. If you make a cup of it, it's probably going to make maybe even up to 3 or 4 cups.
What are some of the health benefits of using quinoa?
Quinoa is a whole grain, so it has a lot of really good fiber and protein in it. Quinoa it really exploded in the last couple of years because it's known as a complete protein. So it has all of the essential amino acids, or all of those building blocks of protein, which not any other grains have.
It has a fun taste. I like it too.
Yeah, and it adapts the taste of other things, but it also has its own that it adds to a dish as well.
Awesome.
So in here, kind of the easy thing is the rest of it we're just going to mix together. I already pre-chopped all of our vegetables. And you can use whatever vegetables you like, but I like to go for color and add it in here. We have some cucumbers, I added some chicken for some extra protein and some good flavor. We have some corn, some tomatoes.
Do you prefer fresh corn, canned corn, or frozen corn?
You know, whatever I have on hand. So a lot of times I'll use frozen or canned just because it's what I have available. But in the summertime, I definitely would add some fresh corn to that.
Oh, yeah. The smell of fresh corn
The
is
original
awesome.
recipe I saw called for cherry tomatoes. Those upped the cost of my recipe a little bit, so I went for Roma because I'm just chopped them up, and it's going to taste the same and still look really pretty.
Okay. And what kind of cheese do we have
So
here?
this is some feta cheese, and we're going for a little bit more of a Mediterranean or Greek flavor today, but you could really customize this to whatever you like. And then I got some green onions here that we can throw in, and those just add a fun color along with the flavor. Sometimes I've also seen this with purple or red onions. It just adds another dimension to it. And then to kind of top this off here,
I'll let you put that in there.
I have some chopped basil. And again, you can use whatever herbs you like. You could use fresh or dried. I think here in the summertime, it's especially fun to kind of get creative with those fresh herbs.
Would I want to mix that in or just leave it on top?
Stir it in. Stir it in, and then we are going to put a little bit of a topping on this. We're just going to do 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and then a little bit of some lemon juice here.
Freshly squeezed.
Today we're using freshly squeezed lemon juice, but it's totally fine to use just some lemon juice in your fridge, especially I think in the winter time. I'd probably do that because it's a little bit harder to find those good fresh lemons.
Okay.
If you're interested, you could also zest the lemon, so you just get a little bit extra of that lemon flavor in there, but today we're just going to use the juice. And so we'll just kind of squeeze it over top. Yep.
Is there a certain amount we want to go for?
Not really. For this recipe, I would like to do about 2 parts lemon to 1 part oil. And so I'm going to do this whole lemon, but you can kind of really adjust it to your taste. And you'll find that this is pretty flavorful on its own, but the nice thing about cooking and the nice thing about salads especially, so you can kind of adjust it to whatever you like. So if you want to add some pepper or some garlic, that would definitely.
So I'm guessing since our quinoa is going to be warm doing this, since you just cooked it, that you would want to refrigerate this.
Yes, and actually the recipe does call to let the quinoa cool down a little bit. So it has you cook the quinoa while you're chopping all the rest of your ingredients, and then it does call to let it cool down, but yeah, you'll want to refrigerate it probably before you eat. And then that also allows some time for all the flavors to combine in there.
Okay. Well, this is just one of many recipes that you could easily cook with your kids, which segues us into the next thing I wanted to talk about. Wildcat District is offering kids can cook classes all across the counties that allow kids to learn how to cook and the basic skills.
Absolutely, and that's actually one reason I chose this recipe today, is to kind of highlight that. So right now we're in the middle of our Kids Can Cook sessions, and they are available in Crawford, Montgomery, and Labette counties. How do you like it? It's good, good.
That's good.
And this is something, we teach kids how to cook. We teach a lot of different skills as far as chopping, boiling, sauteing, baking, blending, and so that those kids can, you know, help in the kitchen. A lot of times that helps kids try new things if they're involved in the picking and the preparation of foods. It encourages them to try new foods too.
And I know some of your slots are already filled, but you do have openings, so.
We do, absolutely. And I think we sent in a flyer here, if we can, but you can also call our offices or check out the website and then type in Kids Can Cook in the search bar on our website, and that will take you to all of the open sessions that you can sign up right there.
All right, well, Katrina, thank you so much for coming in. This is amazing. You can find this recipe on our website later this morning.
Thanks so much.
All right, thanks for coming in. We'll be right back.